Show with Successful Summit.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Summit.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah.
With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show. It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
Beautiful morning to you, wherever you are listening from. This is the Money Magnet Show. We are on High Impact 102.1 FM, and 102.1 FM is your urban lifestyle station. Okay, so we are so glad to have you this morning, this beautiful Friday morning, cool, and I'm looking for another adjective. But all the same, this is the Money Magnet Show. We talk about how you can make money and manage that money, multiply that money, and how you can maximize that money. I have been talking about the fact that there's a lot you can take advantage of when it comes to small-scale businesses. I've spoken about the bulb business, and some people are surprised that you could that such type of bulb exists. Okay, so and I was able to mention how you could just convert that to money. But this morning I'm going to be talking about how you can take your 1 million and double it in these 5 businesses I'll be explaining to you in the next couple of months. Okay, so should I give you 72 months or 48 months? Okay, so how can you take your 1 million, your 2 million, your 5 million, make it double or even more in the following businesses I'm going to be sharing with you? So you don't want to miss any part of it till the end of this show. You want to make sure that you are with us. I'll go on a short break right now. When I'm back, we'll jump into the show. Stick around and go away.
Everywhere you go,
no matter where you go,
we're with you as your urban lifestyle station. Hype at 102.1 FM.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah.
With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show. It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
Okay, welcome back, the Money Magnet Show. So let's look at these businesses. Now, one of the things you have to understand as a Nigerian living in 2025 is that you must have additional sources of income. And I need you to take note of my phrase or my adjective, additional sources, not additional source of income. Why? Because the time we are in calls for that. It's very important for you to understand that apart from what is giving you money majorly, you need to also have some things on the side through which you can make some extra income. And basically that's what our show is all about, how you can make money on the side. And that's what we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with the exception of Thursday anyway. Having said that, I need to let you know that 1 million is a whole lot, and there are a couple of things that you can do with it. So let me lay the foundation by explaining that the difference between business and investment is that business is when you send your money and you go with your money to go and work with your money so that your money can bring profit. That is business. Investment, however, is when you send your money alone, you don't go with your money, and you expect that your money will go and bring back more money. Okay. Now, when you invest in business, or when you put your money into business, I think that's a better phrase. When you put your money into business, you are going to get more money because two people are working. You are working, your money is working. But when you send your money into investment, only your money is working. And this has to be clear from the beginning. Many people, when they invest their money with people, they believe that they should get the type of return they will get when they are running the business on their own. You cannot get that type of result because two people are working whenever you are running a business with your money. But when you send your money on investment, it is only your money that is working. The other person that is working is going to share the money with your money. That is going to share the ROI with your money. So my first contact, my number one advice or business that I would recommend if you are going to make money through you, if you are going to double your 1 million naira, the first one I recommend is real estate. So I know that many people are taken aback and they are like, wow, real estate, how does that work? Now, there are different types and different kind of real estate, right? There are some real estate that you can buy them. Okay, so let me give you this practical example. Somewhere in Ikorodu, some 15 years ago, a plot of land in that place was selling for 150,000 naira. As I speak to you, if you want to get a plot there, it's 11 million naira. 11 million naira. So I was able to help some people get something there for 150, and as we speak, the last time they sold is 11 million. So how many 150,000 naira can you see in 11 million? But many people are not willing to wait for 11 years. But remember that the person is not working in this one. So that's just a side of real estate investment when you buy and hold for a long time. Another approach is that you can buy, hold for a while, and sell off. Okay, you don't hold for a long time, you hold for a short time or a medium time, and that can also give you back another 1 million. Another way to get into real estate is that you buy and you build some things and then you sell. But if we're going to crack it down to 1 million naira, what you need to do is a group of you can come together, put your 1 million together. So you join a group, you put your 1 million together with them, buy a place that is appreciating, and then wait for the next 1 year. The place appreciate more, you sell off, and all of you have your profit. Several years back, Mushin Olosha was more developed than Ikeja. Okay, Ikeja was more like Ira, back in the days, was like a place that most people would not want to go to. But as we speak today, one property in Ikeja can buy 6 houses in Mushin Olosha. Now, what has happened is people have migrated. People made a decision. Banana Island was nothing until billionaires begin to move to Banana Island. And so when this billionaire moved there, another one see that, oh, that's where he now lives, he moves there. There another one say, oh, 3 of them are living there, he moves there. Then 10 of them are living there, he moves there. And then they begin to put securities around themselves. Now, I have said that to be able to say what I want to say now, that you can take your 1 million and set up everyday business around communities that are wealthy communities. So if you take a look at You want to provide something that is needed by wealthy people. So you can look for a place maybe in a Ikeja GRA, and then you are providing the regular service that somebody is providing on the mainland. So let me explain that. If you try to sell pure water in Banana Island or on the way to Banana Island or Ikeja GRA, you will have no market. If you try to sell bottled water, definitely you will have a market. If you try to sell bottled water, the big one, in some certain places, nobody will be. You will drink your water eventually. The simple truth is that when you create a market and you are selling to the upward class, it removes you from the cycle of struggle and brings you into the cycle of wealth. Show me 6 people. The law of 6 degrees says that when 6 people that are close to you are billionaire, you are going to be the 7th person. That's what the law of 6 degrees says. And that's where the rule of your network will determine your net worth. That's where the rule emanated from. You can't surround yourself with poor people and think you will just come out like that. It doesn't work that way. If all the people around you do not rise up, then it's going to impact on you as a person. So it's important for you that when you are going to double up your 1 million naira, and you want to do that within the space of 12 months, 72 months, then you need to position your business around the wealthy area. Because when you go to some 5-star hotels that I don't want to mention their name in Nigeria, the bottled water you will buy for 200 naira here, they sell it for 3,000 naira. Why? Because of the caliber of people you will see in that place and meet. So you need to position in such a way that if you have to start business with that 1 million, you are positioned in those kind of areas. So let me give you a further example. So some certain area, you see somebody selling, frying maybe plantain, maize and all of that. They are selling that, roasted plantain, roasted maize and all of that. And then compared to some certain set of people roasting the same plantain and maize in some certain type of area, the type of income they go home with are not the same, because the area determines who will come and buy from you. You are selling all the product you are selling that you will call a big sales in that day. Roasting plantain is 10,000. That's your big sales that day. And then somebody else stays somewhere else and he looks at everything you are selling and gives you 50,000, and you just pick like 3. I mean, the two areas differs. The point I'm bringing out is that you can double up your 1 million in a short period of time if you correctly locate the business you want to do with that 1 million. So it's very important that you need to understand that real estate is going to be my number 1, and my number 2 is going to be the business that wealthy people are willing to pay for. And my number 3 is going to be you pick something to buy and sell online. Okay, basically there are a number of things you can buy and sell online that are not regular stuff. Okay, so let me start from the camera, the bulbs, the crafted socks, and let me take them one after the other. So let's talk about the bulbs. Now, there are a number of bulbs that you can buy and resell online. There's what we call the mosquito bulb, where you get the bulb. What the bulb does is that once you plug it into the socket as usual, like every other bulb, it kills all the mosquito around. And this is very good for people that have children. So children, if you go to most of the clinics, you will discover that they used to have antenatal days for the one that runs for pregnant women. So they have antenatal days, and you can target those dates and sell the bulb to them, so that when they have their babies, put their babies in the room, they don't need to spray insecticide. Insecticides will be too long, will be too strong for the lungs of the baby. So they can put the bulb will automatically kill all the mosquitoes. So you have a large market if you can network with most of the clinic. In fact, you can give the clinic, the bulb is sold for 1,080 naira. Some of the bulb, you can get it from Alibaba. Now, so when you get those bulbs and you sell it to the clinic, you can sell the bulbs at the rate of maybe 7,000. Why I'm giving that price is because your 1,080 naira from Alibaba, you will pay for shipping, you pay for clearing, and everything can come down to 2,000. So your transport here in Nigeria to most of the clinic and your logistics have calculated it to be 3,000. You give it to them at 7,000. They can sell one for 10,000. So they are making money from it. You are making money from it. And that is number one. Number two type of bulb is the lullaby bulb. The lullaby bulb sings for the baby. So you put the baby in there and the mother is busy with something else and the bulb is in the socket. It's going to be singing for the baby, changing the sound from time to time, changing the song from time to time. Now, for people that are not nursing mother, let me just say this so that you can understand the power of the lullaby, and you'll be able to see the business opportunity in what I'm talking about. So there are lullaby channels, lullaby YouTube channels. All that those channels do is create baby songs and play it on their channels. And as I speak to you, we have some of those channels that have about 11 million subscribers. 11 million, just baby song. They are not doing any other thing. Now, how does that happen? There are several mothers that are doing something else and their baby is sleeping, or they want to rock their baby to sleep, then they play the song from their laptop. And that is to tell you the power of having that in a bulb form. In fact, I remember there was a particular day I was doing a training on how to make money from YouTube, and a nursing mother was in the session and the baby was crying very seriously. So, and we were busy talking about some other things. So I just opened one system, because everybody brought their system. Open one system, go to a channel that has lullaby, and then I played it, and the baby slept off under 2 minutes. So the science behind that is something that you don't want to go into, but the point I'm bringing out is that bulb will make you money. That bulb will make you money, and you can think about buying and selling that bulb. The third one is the security bulb. It's going to look like normal bulb, but it's busy doing the work of security. And for those of you that have shop, you can install it in your shop. For those of you that have class, you are the owner of a school, you can put it there. For those of you that have school bus, you can put it there. Office, you can put it there. You run a business, you can put it there. And if you don't run any of the things I've mentioned, but you can get across to people that run a school bus, they run a restaurant, run a supermarket. Once you can get across to them, then you can make money. You are not selling the bulb to them. You are doing the installation of the bulb for them. If you cannot do the installation of the bulb for them, you are getting someone that will do the installation of the bulb for them. And the bulb, if the bulb is sold for, let's say, 10,000, getting the bulb to you, you can give it out for as much as 20,000 and show the people how to do the installation, and they will get it across to them, do it for 30,000, such that when they install the bulb, the owner can be viewing everything going on in that place on his or her phone. That's the beauty of the security bulb, and it's also still a type of bulb. There are 8 different types of bulb that can make you money. So you can actually go into the bulb business and you will be sure that you make money similar to glass business. There are glasses, contact glasses, eyeglasses. There are glasses that are meant for security work. You just put it on and then you go to wherever you want to go to, and then everything is recorded, and then you put it on your phone. You can have that. You could equally have glasses that plays music to you. It's just looking normal, but it's playing music to you. You can also have glasses. I can go on and on and on glasses. What I am saying is that you can buy a couple of these uncommon items and make money through them on e-commerce platforms. So when you have some of these items, where do you sell them? You can sell them on Instagram. You can create an Instagram page and then sell on Facebook Marketplace. You can also sell on Jumia, Gigi. You can also create your own website and be able to sell. So there's a lot of opportunity when it comes to selling some of these items online. In fact, you can even sell on your WhatsApp and make some adverts on your WhatsApp status and what have you. And this does not really disturb you from doing every other normal work that you have to do. So you can do that with your 1 million. You can also be risk averse with your 1 million when you invest in mutual fund, in treasury bills, I don't want to mention the stock market. I mentioned risk averse. Now you don't want to lose money. You just want your money to work for you. You can make up to 25% to 27%, between 25 to 27% in a year from the money market, okay? Your treasury bills, your bond, your mutual fund, and all of that. And I know that you might be wondering, how do I get that started? Get a stockbroking firm, or get a stockbroking firm is about the best to help you on that. Get a stockbroking firm and ask them about some of the stuff. It's not all the stockbroking firm that offer the services, but those of them that offer the service will tell you or refer you to the ones that do offer the services, and that can also double up your income. I'm going to go on a short break right now. When I am back, I'll come finish up with the list and then open the phone line so that I can take some calls. Stick around and go away.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money. With successful Sami at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Sami.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Sami.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information,
call 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing, track of Formula One, and the pitch of football. Join the sports crew on Sport Hall 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Here on High Impact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Reviews, views, and interviews just the way you like it. Exclusive on High Impact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sports Hub for all the updates and analysis.
money. With Successful Sammy at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Sammy.
Okay, so the next business that you can double up your 1 million in 72 months is car wash business. Anywhere you set it up, you are going to double up your money, whether it's on the mainland or the island or wherever. So let's run you through how that will be possible. So you get a space. You can get a space in a filling station, just a part of the place, or somewhere on the main road that is not so much, and let's say they are collecting 400,000 for a year. You've got to get water to the place. You might have to do a borehole if they don't have a water in the house, but if they do have water, you might just want to pay them for that. So let's say 100,000. You buy your pumping washer machine. That should be around, you buy the Tokumbo own around 75,000 to 150,000. You buy your soap, you buy your sponge, you get the boys. Now the way car wash works is that it's not like you are paying salary per se. Once the boys come, it is what they wash that makes them money. When there's no car to be washed, then there's no money to be made. It's as simple as that. So let's go. If you wash up to 20 cars in a day and you are making a profit, now a profit of 1,000 naira on a car, that's going to give you an average of 20 multiplied by 6, Monday to Saturday, by 6, and that will give you that's going to give you 120, right? 120,000. 120,000 in 10 places. I mean 120,000 in a month. I mean in a week, sorry. 120,000 times 4, and that's going to give you about 480. Okay, 480 times 10, that's going to give you 4.8 million. Now I'm removing the money for the remaining 2 months, believing that you have to take care of expenses and all. Now, and I'm going to cut the 4.8 million, I'm going to cut it to 2 million, believing that there's a lot of issues that you have to sort out with money that you didn't plan for. So the 4.8 million, I cut it down to 2.8 million. Now 2.8 million naira is the money that you made in a year. And then you make 2.8 million naira the following year. That's going to give you 5.6 million. And all you started with is about 1 million naira. Car wash business looks somehow, but it's a business that has a lot of potential to double your 1 million naira. And you can think about it today. I'm going to open the phone line so that I can take some calls. If you want to ask us a question, we are ready for you in the studio right now. The number to call is 07044252109, and you can send me a WhatsApp message on 09072245018. Take that again, 09072245018. So you can actually give us a call, and you can you can send us a WhatsApp message on that line. If you want to call us, is 07044252109. So while I'm waiting for that, on Fridays, if this is your first time of listening to this show, I usually talk about immigration, right? Your name and where you're calling us from, okay? I usually talk about immigration on Fridays, right? And I would have loved to talk about the story that is building on the restriction that UK is placing on Nigerian visas. A lot of Nigerians are seeking asylum in the UK. Some people don't even know the meaning of asylum, but when they got there, some other people gave them tutorials on what asylum is, and they started seeking asylum. 1951 Refugee Convention is part of the UN treaties that UK and Nigeria is part of. I know that I've confused some people now. I'm going to break it down. There are international agreements that countries used to sign. One of those agreements that was signed is the 1951 Refugee Convention. That is, whenever there's a problem in any country of any nation, a citizen from this country can come to the other country and tell the government there, I am facing a problem in my country, and it is something that can take my life if I do not run away. Therefore, give me some refuge in this place. So that's the idea behind 1951 Refugee Convention Act. Is it Act or Convention? Convention means a treaty or an agreement or a document that is binding on the state. So when a Nigerian goes to the United Kingdom and he claims asylum, so someone that lives in, let's say, Boko Haram prone area in Nigeria can go to UK and claim asylum. And all he just needs to do is say that, okay, so there's Boko Haram, they bombed my house, and I don't have where to live. I tried to confront them, and I became their target, and they said they are coming back for me. Okay, so once you can prove that at the asylum, most likely they are going to take you in. And you know, we have a lot of all those brouhaha going on in Nigeria, in different parts of Nigeria. Okay, some things happen in Benue too and all of that. So on the basis of that, anyone can go to any country that has signed this treaty and they will be granted asylum. So what is the meaning of the asylum? Asylum means that they will take you in, put you in a house, give you breakfast, lunch, dinner. They will give you pocket money. They will take care of all your bills. You'll be fine. They will now work on how they can give you residency. And you have not done anything. So, and you know Nigeria has a large population. So Nigerians who are going to UK claiming asylum. The same thing with the Pakistans. The same thing with the Sri Lankas. And this has been going on for a while. It has become a major issue. Now, as we speak, UK has a place where they used to put the asylum seekers before. Now, they have to move them to a part of UK in some set of hotels, and they are paying the hotels. And that's where people are living. And they've done that for years. So the bill was building up on them. And I think they started moving the people to Rwanda. So the matter is getting, after moving them to Rwanda for a while, that, okay, Rwanda, help us to keep them in your place while we process their paper. We will pay you this amount of money. So, okay, why do UK government take that decision? So to keep an asylum seeker in the UK, if the UK government spend, let's say, £500 or let me say £300 per day, and they have to deal with about 1,000 asylum seekers. So £300 per day multiplied by 1,000 asylum seekers. And they discover that if we take these guys to Rwanda, we're going to spend £100 per day. So that's why they started doing that. But the number has increased. So the whole thing has become yam pepper scatter. So they now look at, they did the statistics and they discovered that most of the people that are coming for asylum are from Pakistan, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka. So, and you cannot claim asylum until you have entered the country. That's why they want to make sure that they restrict the visa so that Nigerians can come in easily, so that they will not claim asylum. Because even people that have gone to study, they got student visa and got to the UK, they claim asylum. People that have gone to visit, they claim asylum. People that have gone to do COS, they claim asylum. Everybody now, asylum seeker. So the story is somehow funny, and by the principle of Pacta Sunt Servanda, they're supposed to keep to what they've signed in the treaty. I mean the UK government, because so that Nigerians will not do that to British too that are in Nigeria. But all the same, let's see how it goes. I expect the government to respond accordingly. If they are seeking asylum, give them asylum. That's what you have signed. Stop changing the goalpost. If you want your people to come to Nigeria and seek asylum, to send them here. Nigeria will provide asylum for them. At least we have properties, government properties in Ajegunle, and then they will use that to take care of them. Stop denying Nigerians visa because of other asylum seekers. Okay, so that's the story that is building, and I've just shared that story particularly in details for the sake of people that are intending to work on their UK visa. You may need to prove to the embassy that you are not going to seek asylum. You may need to do that. And if you are going to process your visa and you want to prove to the government that you're not going to seek asylum, you can do a bond. So you go to the court, you do a paper, and then the commissioner of oath in the court will sign, and then you stamp it. It's going to be part of your application that you are not going to UK to seek asylum. No matter what is happening in your country, you take exception once you are done with your visit or whatever you're going to do in the UK, you are coming back to Nigeria. Okay, so that's just by the way. 070-4425-2109 is the phone number with which you can reach out to me in the studio, and then you can also send me a WhatsApp message on 090-7224-5018. Nigeria, my country. Says, well, good morning, sir. I have a question here. He said, good morning, sir. I just tuned in now and I did hear very well, please. I'm interested in security board business. How do I get the source to buy it? Okay, so if you go to alibaba.com and you type in security board business, or it will show you, if you watch my video, you will see the link in my YouTube, and then you can click on the link and then it will take you to where you can get some of this stuff, right? So that's the way to go. Having said that, the next thing is you should not only buy security bulb, you can buy all the other bulbs and they work together. In fact, talking about security, you can even get security chips that is good for students and children, and you sip it. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah,
good morning, doctor.
Oh, how are you, my friend?
Good morning, doctor.
Yeah, how is it?
Yeah, fine. So my own advice, fine. My advice to the UK government is to get those people skilled up, and they can get them relieved, and get some relief from the burden of payments for their fees, for their upkeep. You know, they are not taking talks to get them skilled up. They're not skilled up. They be lazy about. You understand?
Yeah, I get
you. To get us are just seeking asylum to get them skilled up. Getting skilled up is getting reuse into their own country, for works, every work can do.
I think the challenge of the UK government is there is unemployment. They are battling unemployment. And so there's actually nowhere to fix them, because before you can work in the UK, you must have a UK work experience. UK work.
All right, Professor, let me come in now. See, what I would say that you should get them skilled up and get them go and work somewhere and leave their burden. Limit the amount they're paying. When they get them skilled up, you get them, okay, you're on your own now. So that you only pay less than you have to pay before. They don't have that wisdom to get them skilled up, so don't get them lay about. You understand what I'm saying? They have to get them skilled up. So they get them skilled up and go out and find work elsewhere. Get them skilled up in online jobs and offline jobs that they can that are lucrative. So then get them free themselves from the burden of the upkeep.
Moreover, there's a lot of politics around that. There's a lady in that in the UK government by name Kemi Badnoch or something. So she has said some certain things about Nigeria and Nigerians. And, well, I don't know how that is playing out on, but the information is all over the internet. I mean, for the government to focus on Pakistan, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka, and we have someone that's a Nigerian there, that has said some things before, and we can juxtapose what she has said with the decision of the government currently. But that's by the way. It's all well and good. Having said that, I think I need to begin to wrap up. My time it's coming here to a close, and maybe I should look at taking one or two questions more. 070-4425-2109, and your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
I'm with you. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, doctor.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Yes. My name is Abi from Malako. I'm the one that called you on Monday.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. The other day you did a program about mention the wardrobe, mini wardrobe, Italian, iron cloth.
Okay.
So how about that?
Okay, so that wardrobe that irons your clothes, you will also get it on Alibaba. So it's just a mini wardrobe. You put the shirt inside, it will iron the shirt automatically. So you plug it to electricity, and then it will straighten out the shirt automatically. You don't need to get iron, get table, begin to iron something. No. You just get that wardrobe, you plug it to the wall, you put the shirt inside. The light will blow up the wardrobe. You open it like a zip, you hang it inside, the cloth is ironed, you bring it outside. You will get it on Alibaba. And that's something very uncommon in Nigeria, But that's a new technology about ironing clothes, and it's quite cheap, and you can resell that. Most especially in...
Like how much does someone get it on Alibaba?
You can check the price. I don't have a tab on the price right now. So that's quite a more or less like a new technology that is not in Nigeria that anyone listening to us right now can make money from, and it's something that can really help you. Okay, or maybe one of these days I'll just take some time and look into that. Okay.
Thank you, Lord. I really enjoy your program.
Yeah.
I do follow you always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you so very much. It's like I have another... Okay. I've answered this question. 070-4425-2109. Yep. That's the phone number. You can reach me on that phone number. And you can send me a WhatsApp on 09072245018. Okay, beautiful. So, yeah. So on that note, we have to begin to tidy up the show. Thank you for everyone that called into the show or sent a message on today's show. Okay, I'm trying to work on this on today's show. And for those of you that are just joining in now, the show runs 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Till I come your way next time, Successful Summit is my name, and I'm saying remain financially intelligent.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impact 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune in to 102.1 FM.
We love you at High Impact Radio.
See, there is no separating us now.